Hello everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Coastin and Euorpa Park for our second day visit over on our European road trip. As across the last week and continuing for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be heading around Europe, completing so many amazing parks, including this one right here. And in yesterday's day, we visited here for our first ever time, completing so many iconic rides like Silver Star just behind me over there, Blue Fire Mega Coaster, amongst so much more. But today we are back over here in the thrills and completing even more of those attractions, including some that we have already not done. Plus we're also going to be exploring the park in full detail, appreciating all the lands, because on your first visit it is very overwhelming over here. And if you do watch our vlog from yesterday, you'll be able to tell that, as well as actually in fact visiting the hotels, because one thing we love about theme parks, and especially resorts such as Euorpa Park, is being able to explore around all of the hotels and facilities, but not just the park, but the entire place has to offer. But with me again, it is Faye Derrick, Adam Derrick and my dad for a very exciting visit over towards the park. But Adam, are you excited for our second day over at Euorpa Park? Personally, I was almost better than the first day.
Yeah, you know what, I'm so glad we actually have a second day here. Yesterday we did get done quite a few attractions at this park. Obviously the standards like Silver Star, Won't Timber Coaster, and of course the amazing Blue Fire Mega Coaster. But today we really trying to explore the park, enjoy the evening, and yet really just take on the atmosphere. As this is a very big park. In my opinion, I think it's one of the biggest theme parks anywhere in the world. It's pretty insane. But you know what? It's such a nice place. Yeah. The staff are amazing. And yeah, I'm so pleased to come back for a second day to of course get some re-rides.
Yeah, and of course, yesterday we had many tips as well. I'm going to give you one massive one at the start of the day, so stay tuned to that. Basically how to get fast passes for all the big rides for absolutely free. And it's not like just going on the app and clicking it. We found a way in the best time where you can literally, at the start of the day, be guaranteed to get a ticket for every single ride.
Yeah, I mean, we're guaranteed to get Woden straight at the start of the day.
Exactly. So before we start this work out, today we're going to look at even more tips. But something about this park is because there's so many different lands, it's so huge, and well, it's absolutely amazing. When walking in here, it is very overwhelming. So even if you do manage to get everything done on your first day over towards this park, a second day is always great to be able to really enjoy the area, realise,
take them all in.
Yeah, we'll go around. So at the moment it is currently my favourite park in Europe and probably my favourite non-Disney and Universal park. But we've been to many parks before where that's completely changed, both good as well as bad. I mean, how it get much better, I don't really know, but we're about to find out as we make our way into Euorpa Park for day 2 of our visits. And as quick as it is to say the park, we have now made it into the park itself, and in fact heading towards our first attraction, which has got to be Eurostar, because out of all the big coasters here, this is actually the only one that is not on the fast pass system. So when I head into the park, we always think, let's get that one on first, because if we do that coaster, then we can use the fast pass for the rest of them throughout the day, have a lot of shorter queues. If you do this one at the start and the end, it means we can avoid the long queues for Silver Star.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely worth doing Silver Star, and the thing is as well, because you can't of course book the reservation for it, it's definitely worth sort of just getting in that queue right at the start of the day, and of course experiencing one of the best coasters in my opinion anywhere in Europe. I love a bit of Euorpa. And obviously it's one of 2 in Europe as well. So
yeah, and I was just when going into the park, there's a few things I noticed. Firstly, we actually have the turnstiles under the main entrance. So when I took a video of at the start, one that was a photo inside of it, actually be the old entrance into the park where you used to actually scan the tickets. Now we moved it back a little bit, and you say you walk straight through that, which I think is a nice thing actually, because everyone takes photos of the entrance, everyone likes to stand in front of the entrance, get all those videos and photos. So we're doing it at the start, even in the middle there, if you want to come out a little bit and go and get those photos, you're not going to get a stamp on the way, which is a really nice little thing they do over here. And then we're actually going in as well, we didn't do any security checks. Now the UK and American parks, they're heavy on security checks, aren't they?
Yeah, they are really heavy on it, but out here it just doesn't seem like they do it, which was quite an interesting move. Personally I do like when they have it, but again, it does speed up operations. But yeah, as I said,
security should be paramount.
It should be, yeah, and I think they should do it. But
well, in the UK we didn't have it till like 2017, so we used to not have security checks. I think in the US it's been a constant thing. Of course in Disneyland Paris over in Europe, they've got that. So will they do them in the future? Probably will in the future, knowing the parks, but it just has that extra level of security. Hopefully nothing ever goes wrong over here. But to have extra level of security, just something really nice that the parks do. But right now, we are about standing inside of a queue to wait for those attractions. Something else, some rides open early though. For example, the Casa Mondo, which is Italian for Small World, has already opened. So we always have a temptation to go on it. Currently, is around 50 past, so 10 to, and I think the opening gates around like 5 to, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think it's 5 to the opening gate.
So if we were able to hit a quarter to or something like that, we'll probably nip on that one quickly.
And it does also say here as well, all the ones that are currently open. So right now, technically Blue Fire is open, but I don't think you can get down there because obviously it's for hotel guests and people like that. But yeah, I mean, quite a few of the attractions around here, like the ghost train down there's open, so quite a few of them open.
Yes, if you do arrive, like, I know, if you arrive even earlier than we did, we kind of arrived to the car park around 20 past. So if you arrive earlier than that, you can start your day off a little bit earlier, which I think is a really nice little thing for you guys to do. So get here as early as possible. I don't know when they open up the gates. Yesterday we arrived earlier than today. Yesterday we arrived around like 8:15 or like 8:10 sort of time, and the gates were open. So whether they open the gates at like 8 o'clock and open these rides up, I don't know, but you can really start at 8 o'clock, do these 2 little rides around here, and then before you know it, when you've got those 2 rides out of the way, you head to Silver Star, do that one within 5 or so minutes to get in front of that line, and then you can get in the park, start it down a high, and go until later on. But one other thing is about this park, and the way is that before we start going on our first ride, is you're not announced the closing time until the middle of the day. So we look at the crowds who enter in the park, everyone goes in, and then they decide what time of the day, whether it be 6 or 9 or whatever, when we look at the park. They do stay at the earliest, it'll be 6 o'clock. But after 6 o'clock, yesterday we found out a lot of people just left the park, because they have plans, something like that, they arrange to get to a hotel at a certain time, or have tips like that. So if you are going here and they open to like 7 or 8 like we did yesterday, stay till after 6 because that is when the park gets the absolute quietest. But it's a little bit busy right now. We're going to be heading into the park and heading towards our first attraction, which has got to be Silver Star.
I think it's not even that long when you get in there, is it?
We just shot off on Silver Star and I actually got a front row because we thought, you know what, because we did the start at the end of the day, we thought we've got to get front row once because otherwise we're going to get a chance. And front row, if any of you have been on these sort of rides before, is it down there? I know you're right, it's there. It is a totally different experience. Sitting in that train, the wind rushing against your face as you fly by those bends and those drops. I mean, if you've done it before, it's like 10 times better. No matter how good it was, times that by 10, and that's the front row experience. It's worth every single minute extra of the queue I could get for that. We did wait like, it's like 10, 20 minutes of front row. But it was absolutely brilliant. I'd 100% suggest riding that if you do come over here, especially at the start of the day, because it's not much busier than it was actually from the start, but
no, it's not.
It's just amazing.
It is, honestly, it's such a good hyper coaster. I've got to say now, I actually think it's probably level with some of the hypers in America. Obviously the airtime's not as short in the first half. Yeah, as I was saying yesterday, that second half is insane, honestly. And even up into the big cars, that one little hill into the big cars.
We actually compare them to Intimidator.
We do, yeah.
Well, you don't take into account that Intimidator, now correct me if I'm wrong, they got the airflow trains.
Yes, they got the staggered seating.
Yeah, so you get to experience that what you do on the front row, whereas this one doesn't. I think we were in there the first time, we thought, oh, it's not as good because you didn't have a wind in our face.
Yeah.
But going in the front row, you get to experience that wind in the face and it compares to that.
Also,
Still think I'm third today, but that was really, really good.
But also, I feel like we need the back row as well, so we can probably compare it.
Yeah.
You know, I had some very good hyper coaster now. It's just really good fun. And even though some people may think, yeah, it won't fit in with this park, and you can probably see the theme of the side and behind me. Obviously, most of the coasters are just outside the park anyway. Obviously, in the car park, just stretches along the main car park a bit. But, you know, it's just such a fun ride. It's just so much air time on it. And yeah, it's also pretty smooth, besides the first turn as well.
Yeah, no, I do agree. It's a very, very smooth attraction. It's a very enjoyable attraction. And like this one right here, it is pretty well themed. I mean, this one's very well themed, but that one was pretty well themed. It was very, very good. And it goes on today. Now, I want to point out as well, it may look like we're going to say more of yesterday, but we're not. We are going to be heading around to do some other rides attractions, including Road and Timber Coaster.
We are.
A ride that you got the queue line for.
Yeah, for 10:20 to 10:30.
10:20, 10:30. So we managed to get out one. We thought for a second it was 9:20, so we're like, oh, we're not going to make it. But it was 10:20. We're fine. In the meantime, we're going to do a ride like this because, well, we know this day it's got a walk on queue now. Middle of the day because it's sunnier. You're looking, I know, at, well, 20, 30, 40 minutes plus. So we're going to do go on this right away. Put aside, and what can I say? That is a really good ride. It's a water coaster, of course, and it's probably quite old. It feels quite old when you're on it anyway. But going around that ride, you've got 2 drops, One of which, the last one, when you're in Toronto, it's still very entitled over 4 parks. You've got a little airtime at the end, which is just really great. It's not as, I don't think you get as much airtime as it looks like from off-ride, but it's nice, like a little bit of flow, and then you kind of go into the water, and the water is like kind of a nice mist, because it's not a park like, I don't know, in America where you get absolutely drenched and you'd be like, oh, it's nice, get away from the sun for a little bit. But it's a nice level of wetness where even if you're riding in the winter or in the summer, you'll be like, oh, that is nice. And you'd enjoy riding around water. It's probably worth wearing a coat if you're going in the winter, to be honest. Yeah. But it is a good, enjoyable ride.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's such a fun ride. As you just said, I think it is actually quite an old attraction, as I just looked up actually.
Okay.
We've now technically done the 2 oldest Mack water coasters. Of course, Journey to Atlantis to see Orlando. And that was actually before we started this channel.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was.
When I was 11.
Yeah, and also he did Jordan Jones at Universal Studios Art Adventure. I didn't. We all but yeah,
let's get that.
But yeah, of course, besides actually the 2nd oldest Mack water coaster, which is quite weird because a lot of these rides at this park are like the oldest Mack coasters. Which, if you don't know, Mack rides is a roller coaster manufacturer, and they do actually own Euorpa Park.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, it's a really fun ride. It's really good.
I don't want to forget, awesome trains.
But yeah, no, you just get the perfect sprinkle. Like, you don't get too wet, but it's just like very refreshing. It's a weird sensation, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. And again, they've got another water coaster, which is a lot smoother and a little bit of a backwards drop. But I personally prefer Poseidon, I think. I like the Greek feeling for starters. You love it too. I know you love it. But it's also really fun. We can miss the train. It's going to go over a little bit. But yeah, it's got some really nice Greek feeling towards it. It's a really enjoyable attraction, and it's something which, having talked at the start of the day, but in the middle, as I said earlier, it gets very, very busy. And we'll show you, if we do pass the middle day, how long the queue can get for it. But you're looking at, again, 20, 30, 40 minutes plus. So it's worth.
Yeah.
So you can.
I know, I'm trying to say that. But just be warned, if you do go on it, it is a little bit shaky towards some of them like coast sections. I mean, it's nothing too bad, but I'm just going to point out it is a little bit shaky. Which again, for me personally, I don't mind a little rough ride, but as long as it's like a good coaster or like a good water ride, and because it's a water ride, you're meant to get wet, and you do. So
yeah, and be aware that most of the rides here, unless there's something like a blue fire, especially entering down quickly, if it's a short queue, you have to take your bags on with you. So
you do,
even though it's going to fly a little bit, the bags normally are okay, just keep them under your legs and you'll be fine. I know parks elsewhere normally go, put a little aside, and the big rides here they do, and actually, I haven't been on a single ride yet where you have put them in a box.
No, I don't think
it's one thing that always bugs me, because of course the camera I got here is not cheap, and we got some pretty expensive equipment on us anyway. Yeah. So when you go on a ride and there's like 4 or 5 trains and you just leave it to the side,
it's a little bit boring.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it. But I know everyone's I trust everyone here, but everyone's really nice over here. But I do always worry like the UK and American parts where you just put it to the side, whereas here the lockers kind of have like an opening flat, so everyone gets to take a turn.
Yeah, and if
not, you take it on the ride with you.
Exactly. If you come from the UK, you know Icon, it's essentially the same system, but basically you've got 3 rows, and then as soon as that train leaves, one's for each train, so it will just shut, and then obviously no one can get your bag because obviously it's not for your train. So yeah, it's a pretty good system. Very clever.
I mean, there's also things this park we go through today about how clever it is, and the systems work. It's a really, really well-graded park. We're saying in like the Kingdom of Hawaii, or actually on the ride itself, we're like, clearly Disney's got all the information from here, which we never normally say normally. We always say like, there's a lot of places that copy Disney, like I think Main Street USA. But when we look at Disneyland Paris, there's lots of things we go, oh, that was there before Disneyland Paris.
Yeah,
so
it's true because it works both ways.
Yeah, it works both ways. Yeah, so obviously they can do some things in Disney. I don't know about the fast pass thing and who got it too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I presume it's Disney, but then knowing that they obviously copied the Epcot, well, maybe it's not Disney. So
it's like I said, it's all very, very different over here. And that's what's lovely about this park. You get both ways, and it doesn't feel like they knock off Disney or Disney knock off this park. It has its own little charm, as well as having the elements that make Disney what it is and make Euorpa what it is. And we go back to Disney, we'll see parts, we go, oh, I remember that in Euorpa Park, that's really, really awesome. So yeah, mega impressed with this place, and go for the second day, you can really start to appreciate everything an awful lot more when going through, including my favourite area. Your favourite area is Greece, mine's Scandinavia.
Yeah, I mean, I do love Scandinavia. For me, they're both tied, I think. But yeah, I do love the Greek area. So
I think Scandinavia is just a lovely country. I mean, there's some fantastic rides here. We've only done one area ride in this area, this amazing area, which is Snorri. Yes. But it's also got rapids, a little Viking ship, and it's like really nice past. It's got a lovely restaurant there. Yeah. Oh, you know, we have past Batavia's in this area, isn't it? Oh.
No, Pirates of Batavia's in Austria, I think.
Oh, theoretically it's in this area, but we're not going to say it is.
Sort of, yeah.
Theoretically it's just down there. But at the same time, it's in Austria, so we can't count it as this area. But again, it burned down this area originally, so...
It did, yeah. It was quite...
There's that little there.
Oh yeah, there's that. I mean, what
Same
was
works,
quite
but-
sad was that when Parkington burned down, I believe most of the Scandinavia also got burned down. But the nice about Euorpa parking, because they knew so many people love this area, they've refurbished the whole thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, now looking at it now, it's incredible.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
like
best
Fort
restaurant.
Park did when they burned down that witch ride. Well, not they burned down, it burned down. They just left the stuff there. You still see the burn marks on the top.
It's not great.
Whereas here, they went, you know what? We'll make it better. Like, we'll scrap it all, start again, and make it better. And now, look at this area, and it's just absolutely fantastic. All this theme around here is utterly amazing. But next time I visit, we're going to try. We've got like another
Quite a while.
half an hour to be able to get to JAYDEN. So we'll see if we can get on Blue Fire in the meantime. If you can, it'll be brilliant when we do all 3 coasters
Hopefully
within
front row as
like an hour, which is brilliant. So we'll give it a go. We'll do it right now and see if we get on Blue Fire.
Sweet to start this trip.
Another ride tick, another front row tick, as we have just done Blue Fire roller coaster, and wow, cheers. It was very, very good in that front row. Really enjoyable ride. We actually went a little bit longer, but it was totally worth it. And there's one thing, we love the onboard audio estate, but not every car has that. I think probably half do, half of them don't. Right?
Yeah. So I think,
Yeah.
no, I think only one train doesn't, to be fair. But
Yeah.
it's definitely true, it doesn't.
Yeah, so really, really enjoyable ride. And again, if you're on the front row of that, make sure to take in all of the amazing ride itself. Even if you haven't got the audio, it is really, really enjoyable. So that is a fantastic ride, and it's really, really nice to get back on again. We're now currently going in the virtual line for our next attraction, which is going to be JAYDEN Timber Coaster. And it's really clever how this thing works. Sometimes the staff does it, and sometimes you do it manually, but today's one of those manual ones. So
I've got to say
it's
though
good.
about Blue Fire, yeah, it's more just things that only one train, I believe, doesn't. Well, I know there's definitely 1 or 2 trains, which of course doesn't have audio, but I believe that the old trains, which sort of explains what we said earlier, because obviously when I watch POVs, it's like I didn't realise that there was actually audio on board, and clearly there wasn't audio because they obviously filmed on the train which didn't have audio.
Yeah, well, we've
still interesting.
got all time to discuss about that, because next up, the train of Coaster. Again, amazing fast pass system. We're literally, if you look right now, we're making our way up, and we're literally straight on. JAYDEN Timber Coaster walk-on queue. You really can't get much better than that. That was a really enjoyable ride. And quickly, what a cool thing for playing. That's obviously both from the Splash game over there. They just moved it over, probably didn't work anymore. They just moved it over there. That's really awesome. I don't know if it affects working to play water. You probably can because of water, but yeah. That's a nice little touch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice actually. It's just like, it's a really cool little area.
But no, JAYDEN Timber Coaster, fantastic ride. A little bit too short, I would say, for a coaster. It would be your favourite ride in the park, it's a little bit longer.
But it's not said though, it's not a short layout really in my opinion.
It's
I
just
think
so
quite
fast.
long. It's just the speed it goes through the elements is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like obviously it's some incredible airtime, but that obviously does mean it's a short ride time.
It's over, yeah, it's over before you know it. So, yeah, get on that, of course, great. But it does some very long queues, and we actually haven't standing that queue at all, have we?
No, if you haven't seen that, no. So we've all done is the virtual line, which have just got another virtual line for Blue Fire as well. So
Oh, well done. What time's that?
1:30. So depending on whether it's quite a while, so we may cancel that, but we'll see.
12 was a period cancelled about, but yeah, I think the next thing about these virtual lines, it's such a great thing. I mean, yesterday I was a bit like hesitant, like, oh, will it work, will it not? But today looking at it, it actually was a really, really good system and works incredibly well. Right now, we're going to ride, which we did yesterday once, but we're going to do it again.
They didn't do it.
They didn't do it, so we're going to take a water coaster, followed by another water ride. I mean, there's quite a few water rides at this park, to be fair.
Oh, and they're lovely, honestly. It's
Yeah.
just so nice, especially when you come down in the summer season, it's like really hot. I mean, well, depends, because sometimes it's raining, like it rained this morning, but it can be quite hot, so it's always nice to water ride.
And they've all different level of wetness as well, so for the one here, I would say it's a little bit drier than the other one we just did.
I would say so, yeah, it's not as wet, but it's still a fun water coaster, and it's got a pretty good backwards drop as well.
Yeah, you feel the water right now on us, but again, you can tell as well, it's very hot today, so give us a go on the next ride, and yeah, we'll see you there.
Moi, tu le sais que ça finit.
A lovely splash we just had on that ride. To say it's a splash, it is a splash. We've got front row, and I actually think it backwards a little bit wetter on that because you have the dolphin at the end which squirts up at you. But again, amazing ride for Germany. It's a sort of country where you can't really have the massively wet, soaking rides. Well, saying that, we're not good on the rapids, but you can't know how it's sort of rides when it's really cold outside. So it's nice to have a nice level wet. I think it's perfect. I mean, so, I think some rides are too wet. You don't want to get up like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas that just gives you like a lovely, like, kind of misty spray.
It's a nice sprinkle.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
I think it hit the perfect balance, especially on the day out today. Where it's a little bit warm, a little bit cold, a little bit warm, a little bit cold. Yeah, perfect balance. Our next ride, though, I said earlier, may be the same, because we're now heading over to the rapids, aren't we?
Yeah, we're into the rapids. This is over in Scandinavia, and it does look really good fun actually. You can probably hit the waterfalls behind me now. I don't think you actually go into the waterfalls. You join some of the rapids out in the US, but you know, it still looks good fun. And yeah, I mean, rapids are always good rides. They're nice family attractions as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're good fun rides. They're great for the family, and I imagine this one, as you can see up behind me, is going to get us a little wet. I do think so. Now the rapids may be fun, but as we all know, there's only one reason why we entered this rapids ride, and that is for this. A wobbly bridge with a little bit of a splash, which you can only do after in the rapids. Let's hope the camera doesn't get into that, but we'll go quick. Okay, go ready, 3. We'll wait for it to splash again, and then we'll go. And, oh wait, we're going to hold up a little bit. Okay, wait for it, wait for it. Wait for it, if it's flashing, we're going to go in, we're going to go in. Now on. Oh, it's getting your feet. Great fun. Only here at Euorpa do you get back. Rapids. You either love them or hate them, and for me it is love them all the way. However, on that rapids ride, you have two vast different experiences. Now, on the one hand, some people came off soaking wet, some people came off completely empty, and then we kind of came off in the middle. So when you go on that ride, you can never really guarantee, but work on the basis that you're going to get very wet. So multiple waterfalls, many spraying effects, mist tunnels, and stuff like that. You have a chance of getting off that extremely wet, but it is just such a good rapids ride. Of course, being to Scandinavia, which was my favourite part of the world. You got the sort of Norway sort of vibe towards it. So it's much like around here as well. We're sitting right now. You got that too. But it's just a really nice thing, and of course coming up as well, a little wobbly bridge, just adds the extra touch towards it. However, the thing that would be nice is in the queue line. I don't know if it can really work for that, because on the one hand, of course, someone could go and run down, but yeah, my voice starting to go, I think I watched Adam, but that was a good rapids ride.
Yeah, seriously, that's actually really good rapids. I mean, back in the UK, we don't have the best rapids anymore. Of course, we're our best one, it's going to be the one
Viking Splash, oh sorry.
I support the one Dreaded Man, of course, the Adventure Cove River Rapids. And that's probably our best one, but to be fair, the rapids out here in Europe and also the US are just so much better than the other back.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The
safety's not so much in the ones in Europe, to point out, so
yeah, there's no
we were bashing around, but there's no restraints, so we were bouncing over, but yeah.
It's good fun though, like, I just say they're just so much better out here, like, they just know how to do a water ride. Like, our country, you better get well. I mean, you got Vikings, you like Windsor, you come off bone dry, it's not even, like, it's not really a water ride to be honest, but out here, great water ride, and also Scandinavia is amazing there.
Exactly, it's my favourite area, as I said earlier. I mean, there's so many good areas here, you kind of depends what you like as well, because it's so well themed towards the countries that, I mean, you can't even land together, but heads up, stand out as well actually, if I'm passing this, but yeah, it's so well themed towards the country, it depends on what countries you like. If you like the whole Greek countries, then you like that. If you like Scandinavia, you like that, and if you like any other country around here, you like it, because this park just does it so well. Making our way right now into Snorri Touren, which I think is cavern, for our next attraction, and some really cool little features in this queue line, as you'll see hopefully right now. If it comes up, I don't know, it doesn't come up? No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it's cool queue line, it's kind of nice. after completing the rapids, we took a ride on Snorri Touren, and it's such an amazing children's ride. Of course, we're not children, however, we still enjoy it. So some of the little unique features, of course, you've got the screens in there, but also a wide range of theming, animatronics, and effects, making it one of my favourite rides over at the park, definitely.
Yeah, it's such a good dark ride. Like, honestly, the theming in there is just so impressive. And also as well, you have the awesome Snorri character, which honestly, he's a great character, and yeah, I believe he's the mascot of Rilanska.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all ties into Rilanska and basically just follows the storyline of what I can imagine you would see in the water park. Which is
Yeah, exactly. Of course, unfortunately, we can't go to water park this visit.
We were thinking about
We
it.
haven't got time for this
I don't
visit.
think we're going to have time now. Yeah.
So instead, we're going to go and enjoy this park, and the next time we come over here, we're actually currently trying to find where our next ride's going to be, but next time we come over here, we will be, of course, hopefully going in there. But in the meantime, we're trying to find what I am. Arthur.
It's one of the most unique coasters ever.
Yeah.
There's only 3 or 4 in the world. So.
And it's quite long queues in the day because it's got quite, I say it's like some operations. Some operations are here, of course, not in real life.
Well, yeah, I mean, the capacity's not great, and that's mainly why it doesn't move that fast.
What country are we in currently?
Austria.
Austria. Ah.
Pretty sure it's Austria.
We're good Australia on this trip, but yeah, it's really nice. So that's the thing about these places. There's so many different places, even on our second day, we've never been to this park before. We went around that side, obviously, with this Austria park. I haven't been to it before, so I have a train ride in today, with an attraction, so yeah, we're going to go down to the hotels, but it won't be like for a while. Normally we've got second day, we're like, okay, a few hours for a day, we then nip out, but on a day like today, we're going to be spending as much as we can, and then we'll be going out. So that's happened today, but look at this, guys, it's so nice. Just, I mean, like, what's down there? There's like constantly different stuff. We can just cover our way around. So we're finding Arthur right now. I think it's around this next corner, isn't
Yeah, it's
it?
just around here. And there's a massive indoor section as well. I mean, I believe Arthur's the only attraction in the indoor section, but nevertheless, it still looks really cool and it looks really well themed.
Not for these floors. I love how they theme the floors, and of course we don't throw in them, but they also theme the toilets, which is very, very awesome. Talk about an experience. We have just taken on Arthur, and every part of that is magical. The queue line is always better than the ride itself. You enter into that like massive area, which I'll show you some clips on near the end, where basically there's lots of different like little restaurants, delis. It's kind of like a big kids zone, but really well themed. It's like one of the children's books that I always read when I was younger, gives us memories of that sort of area. So what we imagined is what was portrayed there. So there's like little slides everywhere, there were carrots, animatronics, and it was really, really nice in there. And then you got in the queue line, wasn't that bad of a queue?
No, it was
queue actually, but the actual feeling was just incredible. Like everyone, you got to put everything in a locker before you go on, obviously, like normally. But because it's all so fast moving, they'd rather put your locker earlier on than put you in the bags to the side because it's a continuous moving system. At which point, you then get on the ride and you kind of interacts with everything. So it interacts with the land, it interacts with the outside, and of course the area of this park is situated is so nice that actually when you're outside going over like a little like river and stuff, it feels part of that magicalness. So
yeah, it does. It's really a coaster.
it's a really good ride, yeah.
It's very unique.
It's won awards. So.
Yeah, it has. And it's very unique. I mean, it's really, really smooth, of course, with these mat rides. Yeah, no, I just found it a really, really fun ride. It's smooth, and also the theme is just really good. I really get the front row once again, so that was fun.
Yeah, that was very, very good. So we're going to take a ride, and I'm really happy we did it as well because we actually missed that one out if we left after the first day. So it was nice to get on that and experience that attraction. However, right now we're kind of on the hunt for a bit of food because we're all a little bit hungry. We want to get something like decent today, so we're going to look around. There's so many catering places now, and all day people just eat food there. It is just like constantly eating, everyone is doing. I mean, there's a shop there, there's a shop there, there's shops all the way around, and of course we're in the England part at the moment, so we know where for food is around England, don't we, Adam? But we're going to look around, find some food places, and then we'll get some food for us now because I'm getting a little bit peckish, and I love all the offers over here, and it's actually not bad value half the food here as well.
But I'm in the virtual game.
Had a lovely meal in Scandinavia. However, because it's raining right now, I can't film for too long. We'll catch you up when we're back inside. But next up, because the ice has literally just reopened after the rain, it's still raining.
No one likes to rain.
Yeah, no one's rain, so we'll walk on. So we're going to go around, do some rides, and oh, look at this, it's like true Norway now.
Yeah.
This is like authentic Norway.
I mean, they were literally all just shut a minute ago because of weather, and literally every single outdoor attraction, even your like can coaster, which is not even outdoors.
I know,
but everything's open again, so we're going to head to Woden because we actually want to see the queue, because apparently it's one of the best themed queues anywhere in the world.
Yeah, and of course, as I said earlier, camera, I don't want to get wet, it's not waterproof, so it's probably best that we put a wager in the rain.
Yeah, and we'll film indoors.
And trust me, it has broke before. My last camera,
on Disneyland,
we took out at Disneyland, it was raining badly, we took out in the rain, and it broke. And I don't really want to be buying a new camera in the next, well, I've had this one for like 3 months. So
yeah, now Woden's going to be going really well today because obviously it's raining, so it's going to be nice.
It's going to be good ride. So we get in the queue, we'll share it all with you, and we'll be on the ride very, very soon. Right. And here we go into the queue line. First time in this one, and as it's one of the best in the world. So
I've seen on videos anyway.
So we're about to find out, but it looks cool so far. I love this like cage. I love when you don't know when next bit's coming, but yeah, it's really nice. You see that through the little tiles, like yeah. So it kind of like reminds me a bit of Harry Potter. Oh, it's cool. It's like it. I don't know if that's the coaster, but that's or not. But
I mean, this is literally a massive wooden coaster, and it's got this queue. It's crazy.
I know, it's really cool. It's like going through mine now, sort of things. All the stones and stuff, and you can even see people through there when you go around this part here. So oh, there you go.
There's a bit more around the corner.
Is that okay? Well, stay tuned to that. You know it gets a long queue when there's a toilet in the queue line. I mean, how crazy is that? But you know it gets a long queue also when it's a very good ride, and hopefully this one is going to be a very good ride. And here we now go to the main part of the queue line. Oh, even more caves we come around here. Look at this. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Wow. It's just really awesome. Woden Timber Coaster. What a ride is that? We got a front row this time because we thought, you know what? It was a walk-on queue, and literally saw a clear light that throw in there. It was literally walking at one point, and we waited around, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour for that. But at the end of the day, better waiting half an hour than waiting an hour and a half later on for a front row, because of course on the fast passes, I think it's really, really good, but you don't get a front row.
You don't, that's the thing, you just get a random row. Saying that, we got pretty far back row yesterday, so yeah, you can sometimes, but you obviously you never get a front row.
No, exactly, so it's always worth, if you get an opportunity, just doing it. But right now, we're going to have our dive for, you know what, no one's here to spray, so why not? Let's go on to Whale Adventures, and one ride that literally no one but me and you will be doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anyone go around on this since it started raining. I don't know what I'm going to get, but
we never going to get wet on it. I bet there's going to be some sprays all around, but at the end of the day, no one else is on it because no one else can get you wet. So
we'll complete every ride in Iceland. So it's pretty cool.
So we're on a little boat ride right now, it's going to be in Wales, and I mean, authentic Iceland experience, I personally say.
I know, the funny thing is about it is usually obviously people stand off and get you wet. But because no one else wants to be standing in the rain, no one's going to get us wet anyway, so...
Exactly. And it's still amazing here, I mean, like, even this one. So we're around here, but yeah, that's the other end, just said, more engines to survive. That's cool.
Well, I just love coming on like these little attractions, because even the queue lines are so odd that you get to see different stuff that you made on like Woden or something.
Exactly, yeah, so really good. I'm like, Woden's a great ride, honestly, it gets up in the rain. Just hurt a little bit, because of how fast it goes, it's like, it feels like hail times 100.
Yeah, but it's quite funny, because when you go through the tunnels, of course, yeah, it's completely stopped, because obviously you're under.
Well, here we go, right? On here. Back round for ride 2 on Woden. Yay. And sometimes when you're in a queue line like this, the walk-on queue is at the front row. Look at this. This is just there. And that's like 1 or 2 trains.
I don't get this. It's so weird.
Well, I'll be honest, I thought we were going to do a lot today, but 2 rides, and that ride right there was definitely not bad. Got in the queue for that. Once again, very shocking, a little bit longer than it was earlier. But got to the front, and no one was waiting for the front row, and I mean the row behind, they still got on there a little bit quicker than we did. However, the ones in front, for example, they still were literally getting on straight away. So if you're coming towards the park, always look at this. Sometimes the front queue is so short. We've had it with that ride there before, Blue Fire, as well as so many more. Well, actually, the front row, because no one goes there, everyone thinks, oh, let's not do it. But actually, it can be a lot shorter, and one train to get front row is definitely worth it, Mars.
Yeah, it's honestly, that ride is incredible, and just going on the front row of that is even better. And we actually switched sides as well, so I got the left hand side this one, on the right side. I do actually think I prefer the left side. We just get a little bit thrown towards the side a bit more, I feel like. But honestly, it's an amazing coach.
A little bit less rain as well this time, so it wasn't like hail,
nice, yeah.
It was more like rain, so that was good.
Really good.
And actually we got off that ride, but in the end, it was cooling away outside again. So, so literally, if you're going to go here, when it starts raining, get in the queues, because everyone leaves stuff. But seriously, it builds up very, very quickly. So that was that, but you believe it or not, we've now got another fast pass for Blue Fire. So no further ado, we're going to have our second time every day, Blue Fire, and it's got a very cool key for the virtual line. So I'll show you how to bear as we make our way on to another crazy coast at the park, Blue Fire. If I said that we've been 5 minutes since our last ride and doing another big ride over here at the park, it may sound shocking to you guys, but it generally was. We're just going ride to ride to ride to ride, and honestly at a point now where I don't even know what to talk about each one because there's so many times.
Yeah.
So I'm going with dogs because 2 dogs are there, and very loud dogs into this park, which is absolutely amazing. I love when parks do that. I do it a lot in Europe, never ever see it in America or in the UK, so it's clearly a Europe thing, but it's just nice because let's be honest, people in America and in the UK have got dogs.
Exactly.
And where do they go? They either stay at home for 6 to 7, 8, 9 hours.
Which isn't great.
Or they go into kennels, which also, in my eyes, isn't that great.
Yeah, there's not really a great option, to be honest.
No, exactly. So for the sake of it, well, as long as they're behaved, obviously they can't go off the leash in the parks, they can't go on rides for obvious reasons. And when we're going to the train, I don't know.
I mean, I think there should at least, obviously I personally prefer it like this, but I know a lot of people don't like dogs. I personally think they should have at least a little area inside the park where you can just stay with them, and maybe even a park for children or something. Just
yeah,
but it doesn't have to be the whole park. It should be a little area.
Because you're taking time with the dog, even for dog owners, lost dog owners, sometimes you go, you know what, I don't want to go to a theme park because I have this responsibility, which is really good. But of course, we basically allows you to take your dog, you enjoy the atmosphere, as long as the dog's well behaved, and you stay here, just enjoy watching the ride, I don't know what over there is, and have a really good time. I mean, I've seen so many dogs over here today, and it's really, really nice also for me, as a dog person, because I've seen them, just see all these animals over and being happy. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice thing to talk about over the park. It's one of those little touches that this park does make a world of difference. But as this is also a showcase park, so it's like a massive showroom for Mac, they got some state-of-the-art equipment.
They do.
And when you're on Blue Fire, you notice, Adam had a pulse reader on his one.
Yeah.
Didn't work, he had a pulse reader. Every single car has a camera filming you. Even on the little kiddie rides, they've got a camera filming your journey, so that you can obviously buy a footage of. They've also got speakers. Some have other bits and bobs. It's all over the place. You've got so many different bits of technology, which of course haven't been released yet to our local parks, which it makes the park even more special to go to and experience. But yeah, it's an amazing time, amazing place, and you guessed it, we're gonna go on another water ride now in the rain. Yeah, this is Atlantica Superfast. No, as long as it has not got a too long queue, so we're heading right away. It's getting a bit sunny, maybe not in the sun. For anyone who's thinking about doing a super splash in the rain, it's probably not the greatest of decisions because we got very, very wet. At the same time though, we had a very, very good time on that ride because that is a thrilling ride. The drop on the back, if you're on the back row, have a look back because it's pretty scary. I don't think Mum and Dad have seen this area. Have you seen this area before?
It was scary.
Is this what?
Have you seen this area before?
No, I don't think so.
You could be down more through it yesterday, I don't think you guys did. There's a huge area around here, and of course, that ride there was, I think the margin there was when I was burned down by fire.
Yeah, so that was what unfortunately got burnt down. It was the whole of that area, it's massively indoor as well.
Yeah, it's all because of that. But yeah, this area is still amazing. It's still so much to do here, and it's that's the thing with this park. You just have to, you see the diggers move stuff away, but that's a good part. You have to explore it all. I mean, across the 2 days, we're not even going to touch the surface. I mean, there's a show going on there coming with horses and javelin sort of thing. You then go around here, you've got other shows, you've got the globe show, we're not even going to touch the shows this trip. I mean, some shows are in German, so it's a bit more awkward to watch, but other shows, you could have watched the trip, and there's all different loads of things, there's restaurants, stuff like that, and this thing park, there's so much to do here. You could easily spend 3 or 4 days at this park. I mean, I wouldn't recommend 3 or 4 days because after a while, you'll run out of the main things to do, but there's so much to do. You just pick your favourite things, and when you come back on other visits, you then go do your favourite things again, and then do other things as well.
So much to do here.
Yeah. No, I definitely recommend 2 days here. It's in my opinion, I don't see this a lot, and you know that. I mean, for me, most parts of 1 day, like Fantasia Land, I'd say is a part. I mean, I personally prefer 2, but here is a definite 2 in my opinion.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to come here and then have 1 day. Of course I would, but I wouldn't want to, and I'd always prioritise this, having 2 days here. And of course there are parks near as well. If you want to do a 5-day trip or however long, within 10 days, and literally you've got Holiday Park near here, you've got Legoland not far, which is going to be quite an underrated one, and also you've got Trip Shore, so they're not far from us, about a couple of hours each drive, so it's not bad. And
yeah,
definitely.
I agree. It's definitely worth doing that and explore all the areas. So we're now making our way over towards the hotel. We did promise you, and it's now starting to dry up, so of course we're going to dry faster than the rise. So we're going to make our way in towards the Euorpa Express. I mean, the hotel is literally there behind us, but we thought, you know what, we're going to go on this train. We can see the park from above. Very cool.
Yeah.
You're looking for a station?
Sorry?
You're looking for a station train?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I know it is. We're going to go to the Euorpa Express, go to the hotels, and I don't know, there's so many hotels, so we won't be able to see them all, but it's definitely worth looking around and seeing them.
Oh, it is, yeah. Especially, I want to see Kronostar as well.
Yeah.
I know it's quite a long walk down there, but I presume. There you go.
Hey.
But it's only like a 20-minute walk, I mean, so we may do that. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we're exploring it. I'm going to go back into the park for the last 3 hours of the day.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting to say.
that's the plan. Let's get into it. Another thing you'll notice is that in Europe, well, safety is a little bit less because you just walk on the track right now. Of course you wouldn't. You would be stupid. But that's something again as I said earlier. It's very nice. Like a train. Just do not cross that yellow line. You'll be okay. But you can take a seat. Take a view.
Just out here as well. You get a pretty good view. I mean, I don't know what I was coming to find.
Yeah, go quick.
Over here, it's actually a really cool view of the park, and of course, especially the Spanish. I'm not sure this is the Portugal area.
A little restaurant there, looks like.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. There's a little restaurant, little thing there is. There's just so much around you just don't know about until you come and explore it. And now hopefully the hotels will be the same. So we'll take a seat right next to the track. It was weird.
And the funny is, I love how they trust you because there's literally no operator in there. And if you wanted to, obviously, don't do this. But if you did, you could just jump on the track. But obviously, I don't think anyone's stupid enough to do that. So, but
There you go.
yeah.
Train.
Check out the birds following us. And I said about a word at the front of Silver Star.
I'm happy. I've really enjoyed it here.
You know, yesterday I was thinking like, and they've got another thing down there as well. That's a perfect.
Change of plan. We quickly got a virtual line queue for Poseidon. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go right there. There you go. We got off the train just at the cruise stop and head into the next ride. And then after that we decided while we're in this area, we might as well do the bobsled before going to the hotels. Took another ride on Poseidon and I've reviewed rides so many times. I think you guys very clearly know what thing I'm going to dip to say hello to Adam. Hello. 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 I just do that basically with queue lines. I don't like queue jumping because I'm not, and I don't want to look like I am, so I go say hello to Adam as well. But yeah, we're on Poseidon. You love that ride, Adam. We're hacking the leg.
It's so good.
And the fun is definitely wettest.
Yeah, I got to say, it's definitely on the front left you get soaked. I mean, even I think I got more weather, Tom, to be honest.
Yeah, you definitely got wet. What side were you sitting on? You were sitting on the right way.
I was sitting on the left.
Left, just on the
You were
left.
sitting on the right. But
Yeah.
yeah, the front's definitely worse than any other road, but you know, it's still a really fun ride. I've got to admit, eventually our restraints shake it a little bit. But that last turn on that first section of the ride, before the splashdown, yeah, they did hurt quite a bit, but it was still a fun ride.
Yeah, it gave you fun ride. And I think it was sort of fun. You do a ride, and before you know it, you're passing off ride. You're like, let's do it. Let's walk on. This is the next ride. I did not want to brag, but I came out as a hammerhead shark, which is the second half. So we got about 115,000 that ride. Also got to the leaderboards, in fact. I think the leaderboards started like 170 sort of thousand. So I don't feel like a lot, but it is not that easy a game. I think sometimes that is a game. You literally shoot on it, doesn't carp. I mean, like, Red One's going to get like one aim on that. I don't know, but it wasn't easy to play the game. But it was really good themes, really fun, and one of those rides that, as you saw, you literally walk onto it, it's just got empty cars going all day, no matter how busy the park is, you can get a ride now. And that's what I love about those sort of rides. I mean, lazy rides work best when they walk on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just really enjoyed that. Like, it's just such a fun dot ride. We can definitely see the inspiration of, I'm not sure which one came first, but was like your laser blast, which is of course a great attraction over in Disneyland Paris. And of course some other Disney parks as well.
Hello. You YouTube, yeah.
Share YouTube.
Yeah, Coastin. And so our next attraction that we're going to do today is going to be the bobsleigh coaster. And we love this one. It's actually our last roller coaster at the park except for no Adam.
It is, yeah.
And we're definitely into it. I mean, the entrance is just like that. But it's got like an extended queue as the all the way around here. And we're basically making our way quite a distance around to get into this queue of this ride. So a little bit odd, but we're in the queue of this ride right now. It's about half an hour, and normally I wouldn't go for a bobsleigh coaster, but it's quite a famous one. And because I know the coaster, it's nice to finish off all the 13 rides that are over here at this park. 13 coasters to be exact.
It's cute. It's what our hotels are.
I'm loving the queue line over here. This is awesome. Look, it's like a little ski lift and stuff. Really cool. And then we're in a big outdoor queue line. Here we go. We cannot leave the bobsleigh and go past the Lynn store without grabbing a little goodie, because this is £5 in the UK normally, but only €2 in a theme park in Germany. So, of course, we've grabbed a little for our visit and we're going to grab one more. So, there you go. So, yeah, we've got something. We're going to go on monorail now. We're going to eat this quickly because we get on there. And then we're going to be heading over towards our hotel. Well, our hotels, which it was. But the hotels over here at the park. Yum, yum. Like quickly before that, we're now on board the train. How cool is this? It's like a real train, I think. Yep. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, no, you can't move it because it's not going to move.
Yeah, no, I was just not warm.
Okay, so
Steve.
Another little feature in France. We are all aboard a train. Choo choo. Chocolate train and monorail. Not a bad day.
The doors are now closing. Please stand clear.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Please note that this station is for use by our resort guests only.
Get back to the car. Yeah, but then all the rides shut because of the weather.
Well, we did not realise to go on a monorail, but unfortunately you cannot get off a monorail stop unless you are staying inside of a hotel itself. So we're going on that. We basically took a whole loop round. I actually felt that I only had a little bit left on memory cards. I have to go back to the car and get a new memory card. But we are now back here for our final hour and a half or so of the day. And of course, our first attraction of this, I think one of my favourite rides at the park, I gotta say, which is going to be the rapids ride. Called rafting. And Adam, what did you do when I was gone?
Well, we had a little look on the park, to be fair. We did actually have a little look at Blue Fire, took some videos, and, you know, it looked quite good actually. I love Blue Fire, so it's nice to see.
Exactly, so amazing views, amazing time. It's now time for an amazing ride. Let's go on to fuel rafting. If anything, the rapids should be called wet feet the ride, because if you have not got wet feet from getting constantly sprayed by water and hit, especially out in the sense, you would definitely get wet feet when coming off at the end and going over Albany Bridge. That was so much fun. And I do think with rain, it's definitely a part in the funness of that. It was absolutely soaking all the way around, and if you didn't get wet, you'd be very lucky. And the others got a little wetter than some.
Yeah, I mean, that was good fun, but it is very wet to be fair. You do get very well on that. And yeah, it seems like it's a pretty insane rapids, because over in Euorpa, as I said earlier, the rapids just, I swear the water's been turned up, like, it's insane. Like, they're so good though, but they are a little bit unsafe because obviously, as I said, no restraint, but, you know, it's still really good fun. I'm sure it is safe, it's just, it doesn't have the extra level of safety onto it. It's really good ride though.
I do agree with you, and I think if you just be sensible, you'll be fine. Don't stand out when the water's coming, you're on it, you're in for it. So don't move around, because if you're gonna get wet, it's better to be wet by the water as they're falling off the boat into the water at the same time. Nevertheless, continue our day right now, we're going to our next attraction, which is going to be part of Batavia. And this ride, literally, and I'm going to zoom into it to prove it to you guys, has got a 1 minute wait. So let me zoom in. It's got a 1 minute wait over here. So the queue line, I'm hoping it's going to be a minute long, because I mean, I think it's a minute to walk around. So, let's go on to Pirates of Batavia. Every time we ride that attraction, it just seems to get better and better. I think less effects are working out time, to be fair, but we just walk on queue, we sat on the train, we had a lot of space to go because there were only two of us, and all the level of detail is just incredible. It hasn't got the storytelling that Disney would have, but the effects were really well. Still unsure about half the screens, half the screens work really well. Rather than don't, the projections are brilliant. I think the projections add to that experience to the rise. So little hidden Easter eggs in there, just all round a fantastic attraction, especially on those busy days. Oh, when it's raining, of course. Now I can walk on because everyone did it during the rain, and now no one has any time to do it. So that's what you do in the rain, you do it after. But if you have to, it's better to be standing in a queue line for a ride, in my eyes, than sitting and having coffee. So
yeah, definitely, yeah.
I'm opinion. But how did you find that?
Oh, honestly, it's such a good attraction. Like, in my opinion, still one of the best dark rides in Europe.
Yeah.
I personally still would take it over some of the Disney dark rides. But if you look outside of Disney, yeah, it's definitely a very dark ride. There's not even a question. Like, it's 100%. However, I've got to admit, Snorri Touren could actually be my very dark ride.
We have a fast pass for the next one, but it's where you're walking in the normal queue. Because it ends up there.
We could have 2 rides, I guess. If we did that one, then we did normal.
No, but it starts there, and that's the entrance. So, I know, just thinking that we might as well do that instead of skipping the thing. But anyway, the next ride, as the name suggests, is going to be Euorpa. And we're going to go in there 1 second. Well, we have just completed Euorpa, now making our way around the space station. Well, yeah?
When you're up in the space station, what do you need? A model of the space station. I'm sure that wasn't there in the original space
It's
station.
quite cool, isn't it? It's
It's a cool model.
Yeah, it's quite cool. What are you right? But yeah, there's Euorpa up there. We're making our way around currently, looking at all the bits and bobs. There's a little waterproof thing, and one of those things that the park has, no matter what weather is, it's kind of just a nice thing to do. It's never going to have a queue for anything. But we're going through the first room without you guys, and now we'll go through this room. But yeah, making our way around through these rooms, looking around at what it's offering, and it's just kind of like a little simulation of what it's like in space station. Of course, for this area, they've been towards the Russian space sort of program, so we'll go in there, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's the addition. I mean, you don't need it, but it's an awesome theming piece, so why not make a theming piece and you can also go through. There you go, pretty awesome.
Aussteigen und nach vorne laufen. Danke. Thank you.
From flying into space to taking a train, we've done 2 very different things. However, both are just as fun as the last. I didn't really talk about the, I would say Eurosat Kangen, that's not it. What is it? Is Eurosat Kangen Coaster, Adam? Just give me a nod if it is. Yeah, I didn't talk about Eurosat Kangen Coaster, he's only eating, so I can't record him. But that is a really, really good fun ride. It's a bit rough, but on the front it's way better than near the back. The front didn't move at the start. Eurosat Kangen Coaster. When we did, you're getting fees on this. I'll get fees. Huh? No, but one in Russia.
Oh, Euorpa.
Euorpa, that's it. It looks quite similar. It's all Euorpa.
I thought you were going to Euorpa.
Yeah, well, we are going to Eurosat Kangen Coaster, but yeah, Euorpa Park, all those other names. But no, it was very, very good near the front. It was a lot smoother than the back. But at the same time, yeah, 95% away from that ride.
Do you know, I thought it was a lot smoother at the front.
Yeah, I did, yeah. I'm getting through right now. We're getting tired. At the end of the day,
smooth at the front.
It was a good ride. Thumbs up that ride. I don't want to hear so like nice, but yeah, really good ride. Over to the train. We once got over on the train because we thought, you know what, we'll have to do a ride now. Yeah, so we've got some pizza, and now we decided for our last ride of the day, we go to Eurosat Kangen Coaster. That's where I got my name from. We're then going to make our way over towards. You're going to do it from here.
Blue Fire Coaster probably.
Yeah.
And we're not sure whether we're going to go straight to Blue Fire or not, because if Silver starts at Euorpa, then obviously might as well get around until after.
Might as well.
It's getting pretty quiet now, so
yeah.
Because it is a little bit quieter, because it's about 20 minutes. So
we'll find out in 1 second, so yeah. Let's now go to Eurosat Kangen Coaster. And from one ride to the next, staying in France for our final ride of the day, it's Silver Star.
2 minutes.
And the final ride of our day, and unfortunately our visit to Euorpa Park this year has now been completed. The reason why I said this year is because we realised that we love to Euorpa Park.
Yes, we'll probably do another one, probably sometime in December, if not, probably early January next year.
So,
not long.
If you're going to tell, we have loved it, and we're going to all do about we do leave the park at the end of the day. But let's fire off with Eurostar back row. Eurostar, I think of Eurostar, I think of Euro. When is Eurostar? That's not.
Silver Star.
Silver Star, that's it. I'm thinking of the Eurostar train to like flowers and stuff. I think it's not really a tunnel, is it? But yeah, I'm tired. What are you going to say?
Oh, honestly, Silver Star is an incredible coaster. On the back row, it's so much better than any other row. Don't get me wrong, the front row is good, but on that back row, that second half, once again, it's so good. Honestly, that airtime is just phenomenal. So you find the airtime strongest on the back row, as you literally just get dragged over every single hill. And I've got to say the back row actually makes the first half a lot better and a lot more like the other two hypers you've experienced, both dying back and also dying intimidating.
I want to go find race park quickly while we're here. You don't need to get Disney. I know Disney obviously think works really well, but here, their special restaurants are also quick service. Now, there's not many table service restaurants. You've got a Rollies restaurant, but even when we're in parts of the Caribbean, you've got that version here, parts of Batavia, you've got a quick service.
Yeah.
The one I went to today was kind of a quick service. It was expensive, but it was kind of good, and the steak was lovely. I didn't mention that, it was really nice. But yeah, even that restaurant there, it was lovely, a French one, you're like, that's always sit down. Well, no, that's quick service. And that's really nice because you don't always have the money all the time to go sit down and nice. And of course, even when I sit down and nice, all the nice to be honest, but it's not nice that the main like kind of ones where it has like a really unique element towards it. Apart from that big one that's further away, has that sort of thing. So that's very, very nice. Right now though, we are looking around trying to find some shops because it's the end of the day. We want to do some shopping. We haven't bought anything yet, and
I think we're probably gonna.
yes, exactly. I still don't really get these whole shows that go on something, but it is nice. Like even once the park is closed, they still have these sort of shows that go on. So yeah, we should have clips to go around, and yeah, we'll see you in a sec. And after a visit to the shop, we have now made it out of Euorpa and
got a few bits.
Got a few bits and bobs, don't we? Bits and bobs, all this sort of stuff, yeah. Very, very cool. So it's been an amazing day, and what way to end it with a Christmas job. And by the few, we see the same theme going along here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
One place we didn't go to. But there's going to be a great next time, because next time we'll be coming back here very, very short, as I said earlier. But wow.
If it's in the winter as well, we're probably about to relent to that. Yeah, I believe it shuts. Actually, no, I don't know. I think it's just the same time in winter, actually. But yeah, we'll probably find more time in the winter to do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time to do it, really.
But wow, this place.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy, let's be honest, it is absolutely crazy. There's parts we didn't even hint at the touch of, like we say down here, but it felt like we've had a crazy 2 days. There's so much to do, so much to explore, so many great rides to do, and I mean even like the UK dart ride, we didn't even get a chance to do. We didn't anyone in the UK. I don't do the football doesn't.
That's not in the UK. It's Liechtenstein, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Liechtenstein. That's not in the UK.
But no, yeah, it's just great. I'm literally lost for words about this park. It's one of those places where you come to expecting really high. And this is out of all the parks in the world, bar Disney and Universal, one that I was most looking forward to go to. Probably one of my biggest on the bucket list. And to finally come here, it's just impressed more than I thought it would.
It is, yeah. This park is insane. Their coaster place is also amazing. I know a lot of people seem to say, oh, it's not great, like their coaster's not amazing. No, honestly, still some great coasters, especially on the back. But in my opinion, I think the Clear Wind is probably Blue Fire.
Yeah.
That ride is incredible.
Everyone says they don't like it, but I think Blue Fire is an incredible attraction.
However, I think it's very like unpredictable because sometimes you can get it when all the audio is working, the screens are working and everything like that. And sometimes you can get it where literally nothing is working, there's no audio, no nothing. Which is what we had on the front row, but it's still an amazing coaster, and that last impression is literally insane.
Yeah, I mean, literally above us right now, it's one of the best rides in the world, and I don't care what anyone says it's got bad rides. It's got a perfect age of rides for a family. So this is I was saying today, the family attractions here are brilliant because yes, not everyone in the family can do that, but it has a wide range. You've got some really nice kids rides, some really nice older rides, and you've got some pole rides in the middle as well, like parts of Batavia. It's actually brilliant, isn't it?
I mean, that is one of the best rides in Europe. Like, I'm not sure whether I prefer Snorri Touren or Pirates of Batavia, but they're both amazing. Like, they're great rides, and honestly, just the level of like theming here is just what blew me away, to be honest. Because I knew it'd be good, but like not this good. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing experience. I just lost the word here, guys. Come for yourself, experience it. It's quite easy to get to.
It's not hard, yeah.
I don't know if anyone else will go to Paris and watch it probably. Because Paris is quite common when everyone goes to it. There's only a few train rides away.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, if you're going straight from like direct Paris, there's literally one train down to Stuttgart, I believe. no, not Stuttgart, the place in France near here, Strasbourg, I think Strasbourg. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Strasbourg. And then you just take another train down to a station near here, and it brings up. And then you take a bus and brings up to Coastin.
Yeah. Or you just get an Uber from Stuttgart or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how far away it is, but...
I mean, it's about an hour.
Oh, okay, maybe not then. What do you like a car? Do you live around Germany? Because there's only part of England, but
It's
Charles
really
down as well.
nice. And there's tons of parks elsewhere as well.
Yeah.
It's not just Euorpa. However, I have a funny feeling that this is going to be the best one in Europe Park.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing. I've made my mind on 2 days. In my eyes, it beats Fantasyland. Not by an awful lot, but it does. And for you, yeah, but they're very close. I think it depends on what sort of thing you like.
Yeah, it's honestly, for me, it's such a tie. Like, depending on the day, it can be incredibly different. Like, it's literally, both these parks are amazing, and I think the staff are amazing here, and obviously the people are amazing.
Again, they're all really made the park, I said yesterday, but there's a few in the park, not just rides like this, but people, staff, and cleanliness.
Yeah.
They're the 3 big things for me.
And both Fantasyland and Euorpa Park have got exactly that.
As well as the theme and the rides.
Oh, of course.
So, it's on the road now, but I've always said, do you guys enjoy your time at Euorpa Park?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed Euorpa Park. It's a good park.
Yeah, it's a very good
Recommend
park.
it.
Very
good
good.
for all the fans.
And Dad enjoyed it?
Really good. It's sad to leave, it's a good sign.
Yeah, exactly, there you go. Well, that is it from Euorpa Park, and that is it from me, Tom Derrick. We're moving place, the tears are starting to come. That is it from Coastin, and I hope you've enjoyed our vlogs of over at Euorpa Park. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time for another video. Goodbye, guys.